Since seeing Dead Apple last week, I've been in quite the Bungo Stray Dogs mood, and so I thought I'd take a few videos and talk about some of the characters. Specifically, I want to break down some of the ways the characters were formed based off of the creators they were based on. That is, in Bungo Stray Dogs, every character is based off of an author, and their abilities, their superpowers, are based off of a book or books written by that author. Welcome one and all, I am Corey Understone, and today I am bringing you a Literary Heroes video on Lucy Maud Montgomery.
My name is Lucy. I created this world with my ability. I just want you to play in this room with my friend. Say hello, Anne.
In universe, Lucy Maud Montgomery is one of the members of the Guild. She is a talented and powerful ability user who is taken into the Guild for that reason. While she is glad to be on their payroll, she does not necessarily share their ideology. Rather, she simply views the Guild as a place that accepts her, rather as the first place that accepts her as an abused orphan with no family and friends in the world, and with the entire rest of the world seeing her as a weirdo because of her abilities. While a bit bitter and angry toward the world that has mistreated her, Lucy is overall a decent human being. She's kind and caring and genuinely doesn't like the idea of people getting hurt. When the Guild ultimately turns out to be awful and all the Q zombies happen, and after they've thrown her away like so much trash, she ultimately turns on them, deciding to side with Atsushi and the agency in order to help and protect people because that's what she sees as the right thing to do. Later on, after the Guild Wars, she starts working at a coffee shop near the agency, and ultimately even helps the agency during cannibalism. Out universe, Lucy Maud Montgomery is the famed Canadian author of the children's masterpiece works Anne of Green Gables. Montgomery herself was a fairly lonely child. Her mother died only a few months after her birth, and her father placed her in the care of her grandparents. She was not in the best financial circumstances, and there weren't many other children in her area, so much of her childhood was spent alone. So how does this play into the character? Well, from the word go, it's clear that Lucy Maud Montgomery's character design is based off of her seminal character, Anne. Anne's presence is visible in everything from the red pigtails to the style of dress that Lucy wears. Personality-wise, she is far more sarcastic and far less kind and open than the character Anne, although some of this might be attributed to the fact that this is Lucy Maud Montgomery and not Anne, and so Lucy is maybe seen by the writer of Bungo Stray Dogs to be a little bit more sarcastic than her character, and a little less open. But there's a lot more to it than that. Her ability is where the reference really shines. You see, Anne's real defining factor as a character is her imagination, her ability to create imaginary playthings, imaginary worlds, and imaginary people to fill her loneliness and desolation. It's this that keeps her from becoming a cold and bitter person, despite all that she goes through in early years. Now, Lucy Maud Montgomery, the character, has one thing going for her: her ability, Anne of Abyssal Red. This creates an illusionary world populated by her imaginary friend Anne, who she plays with. Books are the imaginary playthings of their authors, and so of course Anne of Abyssal Red, Anne Shirley, is naturally the imaginary plaything of her author, Lucy Maud Montgomery. In Bungo Stray Dogs, the one comfort that Lucy has is Anne and this imaginary space. Her ability is literally to create an imaginary world for herself. Rather than her imagination being a product of her mind, in this version of the events, Anne Shirley's imagination is literally a three-dimensional ability protecting its author from the world around her. This is a superb nod to both character and writer, as it shows a full understanding of what has made Anne such a strong character and has given her such incredible staying power with audiences all across the world. That is, her boundless imagination and the amount of hijinks and creativity that stem from it. And in everything from the fact that Anne's abyss is where Lucy Maud Montgomery escapes to get away from her harsh life as an orphan, to the ways in which that Anne within the illusion only wants to play a game with the people she captures, is precisely what makes the Bungo Stray Dogs character such a good and well-written tribute. And that's why I'm making these videos. All of Bungo Stray Dogs' characters are based off of authors and their works, and each is a superb and complicated tribute to the one in question. And so I feel that it's totally worth taking a little time and breaking some of them down. And on that note, please let me know down in the comments who you'd like me to cover next time I do one of these things. Please hit subscribe and leave a like and a comment if you enjoyed this sort of video. If you want to hear me talk more about Stray Dogs, then head over to my channel and check out my review of the newly premiered Bungo Stray Dogs Dead Apple movie, the North American premiere of which I was lucky enough to catch at Anime Boston last week. And I also did an opening analysis breaking down the second opening, Reason Living. So until next time, this is Coriander Stone, and I thank you for watching.